Welcome to the Meet Your Ideal Clients giveaway. There are 3 parts to this. There's this video, there's a visualisation, which is an audio file that you can listen to again and again. That's 5 minutes long. And there's also a downloadable worksheet. So I suggest you print off your downloadable worksheet and we work through this together. Welcome. So I'm Rosemary Cunningham. I'm a money, marketing and soul coach, and I'll be leading this presentation for you. So how can you be a client attractor? Lighthouses don't go running all over an island looking for boats to save. They just stand there shining, by Annie Lamott. So what we're after for you is to become a lighthouse where you don't need to chase your ideal clients. You'll be shining and they'll come and find you. So in this video, we will talk about what's an ideal client. How do you know who yours is? Because lots of people find that very confusing. We will define your ideal client niche with some of these exercises. And we'll follow your ideal client around for the day. So you'll spend a day with them and you'll just find out what's really going on for them in their life. And then in the audio, you can connect with your perfect customer on a soul level to really get that attraction magic started. And continue it as well by continuing with the audio as you go on. So first of all, what is an ideal client? So your ideal clients are the people who totally respect your work and they really, really understand your value like nobody else does. So if you're out and people don't really get what you do, they're not your ideal clients. These are the people who really understand that you have something to offer them. And they also have an intense desire to be helped. And they're ready to invest whatever it takes to get the transformation they want by working with you. So getting clear on your ideal clients makes it so much easier to create the products they will buy and to also grow your own unique tribe of followers. So if you want to create a community of your ideal customers, this is how you do it. So just quickly, who am I? I'm Rosemary Cunningham. I'm a money, marketing and soul coach living in Essex, which is near London in the United Kingdom. And I help therapists, coaches and women entrepreneurs run businesses they love and to feel great about money. I've had my own business since 1993, a very busy complementary therapy business. I attracted lots of clients and some not so perfect ones over the years. And I know that getting in my own way about money, not feeling deservable of my ideal clients really, really got in my way. So that's what I help women with now, to feel really good about what we do, to get very clear on the people we're here to serve and what we're here to do for them. And then attraction becomes so much easier. And the other thing I do with my clients is I help them focus in on the marketing methods that they absolutely love, rather than trying to do everything and getting lost in the mix. So that's me. So attract your ideal clients with ease and a little brain science. So attracting your ideal clients is a lot of mindset work, and then it's about choosing the practical marketing that most appeals to your clients. So there's no point you advertising on Facebook when all your ideal clients are Instagram users. So doing your research really is important as well. Now, you may have heard of the reticular activating system. So this is the matchmaking, really clever part of the brain that once you become pregnant or you get a red car, for instance, suddenly you start noticing pregnant women everywhere. You never saw them before and suddenly everyone's got a bump. You're seeing pictures of people with bumps. You're seeing them walking down the street. You're seeing everything to do with pregnancy. Or if you've just got a red car and you've never had a red car, the world seems to be full of red cars. So they just weren't on your radar before, and now your brain is looking out for them and it's spotting them in the most unlikely places. So we can train your reticular activating system to be a matchmaker focusing on attracting your ideal clients. So we're going to train your brain looking out for and finding more of what you want. You're going to get really clear about who you're looking for and build a relationship with them. And then you'll start seeing many more ideal clients and they're going to start to find you too. So complete the exercises here, and then the audio visualisation will help magnetise them to you. And do print off the accompanying worksheet to fill in the details. So why is it important to know who your ideal client is? I'm a complementary therapist, and complementary therapists typically want to treat everyone. They often set their fees really low so everyone can afford their fees. There's often a conversation I have with people, well, I want everyone to be able to afford my services. But of course they won't. They don't necessarily want what you have. And then people worry about being rejected because people are saying no, even though they put their prices really low, which starts a cycle of all sorts of complications. So the question is, do I have to turn people away, and why can't everyone be my client? So if you think of the old gramophone records, the old 33 or 45 RPM, if you're old enough to remember those, there are grooves in those. It's full of grooves, and the way it was explained to me is your absolute ideal client, your perfect customer, they're the groove on your record, the big groove, the main groove, and everyone else falls around the edge. So they may enjoy your webinars, they may enjoy your blogs, they may even buy something occasionally, but they're not your ideal client yet. But they may be watching you and learning from you and sussing you out, and one day they'll become your ideal client. A lady came to see me last week, and she said she'd been watching me for a year. She'd been watching my Facebook Live, she'd been reading my blogs. She knew that at some point she wanted to work with me, and then suddenly she was there and she was ready to really invest in working with me. So she was my ideal client. Great example of this. So how do you know who your ideal client is? Well, a really huge clue is your ideal client is nearly always you at some point on your journey. So you really know them quite well. And so have a think back. So me, for instance, I'm working with people here who are looking for their ideal clients. I've done this at various stages in my journey. I did it when I was a complementary therapist. I did it when I changed my business. I did it when I became a money coach. I did it when I started helping people more with marketing. So at each stage, I've gone and researched my ideal client and become very clear about who they are. Therefore, I am my ideal client at some point on my journey. So I know this process inside out. So I know how to attract my ideal client. So where does that apply for you? So let's start with the basics. Is your ideal client a man or a woman? They may be both, but often it's one or the other. So get really clear on that. That's the groove in your record. How old are they? So what's their age range? Is it between 35 and 45? Is it between 55 and 60? Are they a teenager? And this is really useful, especially when you look at social media. I was hearing yesterday that typically Instagram users are less than the age of 35 and Facebook users are above the age of 35. Well, I'm well above the age of 35. So people who are attracted to working with me are normally on Facebook. They're not on Instagram. So me spending an awful lot of time getting really savvy with Instagram and being on there won't particularly serve me. I might as well just focus on Facebook, which I know, I love. I've got a fantastic following on there. So I will now choose to focus on that, and I'll let Instagram go. I'll have a little look every now and again, but it's not important to me. And are they married? Are they single? Are they divorced? Just get a general idea. This is about feelings. So get a feeling about this person you want to attract. So do they have dependents? They may have children, or in this day and age, lots of people have elderly parents, or they're looking after their grandchildren. What's their geographical location? I always say mine's worldwide, but people do find me within my county, and then they like to come and see me in my home. So that's important for me. I am looking at people in my local vicinity. So what's their working life? Do they have a day job? Are they an entrepreneur? And the little things like what TV shows do they like to watch can be really important. Do they watch Love Island? Do they love documentaries? Do they love the news? Just get a sense of them. Feelings about them are gold dust. Do they subscribe to any magazines in this day and age? That's always a useful one to know. What are their hobbies? And what are their character traits? Who are they as a person? But we'll go more into that as we go along. But just for now, just get a sense. And what is their annual income or turnover? Are they earning lots of money so they've got plenty to pay with you? Or maybe they're a startup. Just get a sense of it. This is really important. Next question is, how do you serve your ideal client? So what do you do for them? So, for example, if you're a therapist, do you help them feel healthy or pain-free? Do you help them cope with their daily life because it's complicated? Maybe you're a bookkeeper and you help them manage their money and their invoices and they're working with the tax authorities. Are you a sounding board? Maybe you're an advisor or a counsellor or a mentor or a coach. So list all the ways that you can help them. And what does your ideal client get from working with you? This is a huge tip for you here. You're going to write about what transforms from them, where they go from and where they go to. So a really big tip is your client invests in the transformation they get, not your time or expertise. So where were they before they worked with you and what's changed afterwards? And just add as much detail as you can. What do they really want? What's the one thing they would change if they could? What's causing them pain? And you can look at this in the audio ideal client visualization, where you can ask them about their deepest desires and needs. And you can really you're going to learn to drop into their energy and ask them there. And then this helps you align with their deepest values, and you could speak to those. It's a very powerful way of really talking to someone with what matters to them most. So where are they going to be? So in their business, if it's their business indeed, do they attend networking meetings or are they always behind their computer? Maybe they attend online events. So you running an online event will be a great way for them to find you. Do they go into a city or just stay local? I live 45 minutes from London and I go into London regularly, but a lot of my colleagues just don't and won't. And equally, people from London will very rarely come out of London. It's a bit of a London mindset. And as we said, maybe your ideal client absolutely hates Facebook. They don't like the social interaction, but they love LinkedIn because it's more business-like. Get clear on these things and you'll know where to find them. And are they likely to be reading blogs or watching YouTube? Some people love to read things. When I tuned into my ideal clients, I got that they would love to be reading what I wrote. And I've been doing a lot more Facebook Lives, and I know people do watch them, but it was actually important for me to really start writing good quality articles and blogs again, putting them on LinkedIn, putting them on my website, putting them on my Facebook page, or links to them on my Facebook page, so people could actually find them. This was really key. So now we're going to run through your ideal client's day. We're going to spend a day with them. So let's see what makes them tick, shall we? And you can go back and really feel into this yourself as well and get a lot more information. You literally want to know what your ideal client eats for breakfast. That's what we always say. So when they wake up, what happens? What are they thinking? Are they happy or instantly stressed? Who's lying next to them? Do they have a partner? Or are they single? Are they yearning for someone to be lying next to them? And what happens when they get up? Do they jump out of bed? Are they singing in the shower? Or do they wake up thinking, oh, and really dreading and worrying what lies ahead that day? And maybe you can help them with that feeling. So what's their morning routine like? What do they eat and drink? Do they love really good organic filter coffee or herbal tea? Are they eating bacon, or maybe they're vegan? Maybe they love the healthiest breakfast on the planet, or maybe they fly off to the gym and don't eat breakfast at all. And if they leave for work, how do they get there? Is their journey to work relaxed or is it stressed? Do they fly into the city or do they go to their spare room and work there? And when they arrive at work, who are their colleagues? What's the exchange between them? Is there laughter? Is there tension? What do they think of their co-workers? Do they like their workplace? Are they happy there? I mean, maybe they're working at home in their kitchen and they've got a tiny little cramped space and they're longing for their own office and some privacy and quiet away from the kids. It's lunchtime. What do they do? What do they eat? And who do they eat with? Maybe they just have a quick snack at home by themselves, or maybe they go out for a walk. And then I'd love you to watch them as they go shopping. Where do they shop and what are they buying? Are they going high end? Are they going to the market? Do they buy organics? Or do they go to a cheaper store or a farm store? Just really get a sense of them. And do they exercise to look after themselves during the day? Or are maybe they're drinking lots of water or lots and lots of strong coffees to keep awake? Do they go to the gym or have a walk? Or where do they fit in time for themselves during their day? And what do they really wish they had time for, but it never happens? What are they longing to do, but they're not having time for? Let's have a look at their life outside work. So what kind of family life do they have? As we said, are they married? Are they single? Do they have a partner? Do they struggle to find time for people? Who are their friends? Do they have children or grandchildren? And what are they most yearning for again? What's missing from their life? Or what might be missing from their life? Get a real sense of that. That's a pain point, and that's something you can talk to. And then at the end of the day, maybe, or during the day, they go to their computer and they see an email from you. They're now in your sales funnel. They're actually on your email list. So what are they feeling as they're opening your email? What do they see from you? And what are they yearning for? What's their response as they see your email? So you may have several parts of your business and a different ideal client for each one. So you can look at this and complete it for each ideal client. And that may sound overwhelming, but just take your time. So for me, for instance, I tend to have my people who come to me for marketing, but I also have people who come to me because they want help with their money, because I'm a money, marketing and soul coach. So that's two different parts of my business, and they do tend to attract. They're similar women, but they are different women at different stages in their life. So now I suggest you go to the ideal client visualization, to the audio that's with this, and have a listen to that. And if you haven't already printed off the sheets that go with this, print them off and just start to work with them and really, really get a deep sense of who your ideal client is. So thank you so much for joining me. I wish you every success and enjoyment of working with your ideal clients. And I hope to hear more from you and hear how you get on. Please let me know how you get on. Thank you so much.